Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Espinosa. Today I will be talking about why MMA has a place in the Olympics. It's time, people. It is time. Just like famous announcer Bruce Buffer says every time the UFC fighters are about to get it on or engage in fighting to determine who's the best fighter. Simple as that. First of all, let's start with a little bit of MMA history. MMA has been in the Olympics. In fact, it was in the 33rd Olympics under the name of pancration. It involved striking and grappling with very few rules. Eye gouging, groin strikes, and biting were not permitted. Other than that, it was everything goes until the opponent submit or was unable to continue. But fast forward into the future, the Vale Tudo events in Brazil have been going out since the 1960s under Helio Gracie, who introduced the Gracie Challenge in order to prove that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was the superior art. He won some, he lost some, but he never backed down from a challenge. Go down to 1993 on November 2nd in Denver, Colorado, when the first UFC came into place. Now, this event was determined because there were no rules, and it was different disciplines against one another to determine who was the superior one. At the end, Royce Gracie from the Brazilian Gracie Jiu-Jitsu family won the event, proving how effective Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was in a fighting setting. Fast forward a few times, after Senator McCain saw the event, he considered MMA human cockfighting. He didn't like it because of the lack of rules and whatnot, lack of fighter safety. There's no weight divisions. And as such, the UFC was forced to go underground. To a point, UFC was bankrupt, and it was purchased by Dana White and his friends Lorenzo Fertitta and his brother. 2009, UFC in Spike TV, the UFC house came into play with a finale of Stephen Bonner and Forrest Griffin taking into place, and he brought MMA into the mainstream TV. UFC changed from a $50 million almost bankrupt organization into a $40 billion empire, which was sold recently for that amount by the Fertitta brothers. As of now, Dana White is the acting president of the UFC and pretty much the mainstream MMA in the United States. Why and how we will implement MMA in the Olympics? MMA is a decathlon of disciplines: boxing, wrestling, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, judo. All of them are included in this plethora of sports, and it's just blended together into one fighting event that determines the superiority of human hand-to-hand combat. As such, I would like to see who's the best, the real best fighter in the world. Not the best boxer, not the best wrestler, not the best judoka, but the best fighter in the world. And I know you as a fan, if you are a fight fan, you will like to see that too. Judging will be simple. You will have a grappling judge, a striking judge, and an overall fighter effectiveness of the techniques judge. That way, you can break the tie, and it will force fighters to be complete fighters and not just depend on one area they're good at. Now, there will be weight divisions, just like the UFC. UFC has the unified MMA rules established in 2009 in the New Jersey Commission, later on officialized in 2011 by the Nevada State Commission and the Boxing and Athletic Commission from Nevada. The rules are there. Fighters is safe. It is proven that MMA fighters are less concussed than boxers by statistics. Where in boxing you get 10 seconds to get up and start getting pummeled again. In MMA, once you're not able to defend yourself properly, the fight is most times is called a lot quicker than boxing. Now, why should we implement it to the Olympics? MMA was there since the beginning, since the 33rd Olympics. It's an event, it's a compilation of all human hand-to-hand combat techniques molded into one to prove how effective hand-to-hand combat is. I would like to see the best fighter in the world. I don't know about you. Not the best boxer, not the best judoka. However, MMA can be implemented. It will bring thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to the Olympic Committee in endorsements, deals, and the fighters will definitely rise up to the challenge. An MMA athlete is a complete athlete. Whether a judoka trains in grappling and submissions, and a wrestler wrestles, boxer is just striking. The MMA fighter has to be aware of everything. It is a more complete and pure fighting discipline. I think the Athletic Commission and the Olympic Commission will benefit from this greatly. In closing, I know a lot of you old school people, specifically boxing fans say MMA is too brutal, MMA might be too boring. But just like times change, fighting game has changed. MMA will supplement boxing in the most famous combat sport, I stand corrected. And it's just a matter of time before it makes it to the Olympics. He's already ringing and supporting from even purists of judokas, boxers, and other disciplines that are in the Olympics already. Thank you for your time. My name is John Espinosa, and this is Why MMA Should Be in the Olympics. Have a nice day.